Hi, I'm Neil and I'm going to show you how to build a computer in less than 6 minutes. So stay alert and I hope you enjoy. So now I'm going to do a quick overview of the parts that we'll be using. So firstly, CD drive. If you're building a computer, you should already know what it does. It reads CDs. Then we have the hard drive. This stores all of your data and your operating system. This is a chip of RAM. It stores temporary data that will be used shortly by the processor. This is the motherboard. This is what is used to connect all the parts to and allows all the parts to communicate with each other. This is the processor. This is what does all the hard work and calculations in your computer. It gets very hot because it does a lot of sums at very fast speeds. This is what's used to keep it cool. It's called the heatsink. Lastly, we have the power box. This supplies power to all of the components. Firstly, fitting the CPU. This is the most delicate part to fit because if it goes wrong, you can be down by £250. First, pull up the lever and remove any plastic protection, if there is any. Secondly, place the CPU into the socket while lining up the triangle with the circle as shown here. Push the lever back down till it clicks into place. Check if your heatsink has pre-applied heat paste. If not, then place a pea-sized amount onto the CPU. Then spread evenly with a card. Now place the heatsink over the top, lining it up with the holes on the motherboard. Press each corner hard into the motherboard and twist to ensure that they are locked into place. Fitting the RAM. This bit is nice and simple. Pull the levers back on each side, then place the RAM in, making sure that the notch is lined up with the notch on the motherboard. Press until it clicks. For your first two pieces, place in one colour slot, and for the second two, place in the other coloured slots. Fitting the PSU. Slide the PSU into the case as shown, then place 4 screws where the holes line up on the rear of the case. Placing the motherboard. Push the metal tray into the back of your case as shown. Then ensure that the risers are fitted in the same place as the screw holes in your motherboard. Once they are all lined up to fit your motherboard, place it in and push it towards the back carefully till all of the ports can be accessed properly from the rear. The screws will line up if done correctly. After that, simply screw it into place. Fitting the CD drive. Slide in the CD drive from the front until the 2 screw holes line up. Then screw into place. Fitting the hard drive. Slide the hard drive into one of the hard drive bays until the 2 screw holes line up. Screw 2 screws into each side. Connecting cables. Plug the power cables in accordingly as shown for the motherboard, CPU, hard drive and CD drive. Then refer to your motherboard manual for directions on where to place the front cables. Your computer should now work. Simply put your case back together, plug in and power up. You are now ready to install your operating system. To boot from your installation media, you may need to press F11 or a similar button to bring up your boot menu. You can check your motherboard manual for instructions on how to bring up the boot menu. If you are booting from a DVD, you will need to press any key to continue. In this tutorial, I will show you how to install Windows 7. Once booted, select your language and keyboard layout. Press Next and then Install. Now accept the terms and conditions, then click Custom Install. Please note that this next step will wipe your hard drive and you will lose all data. Click Drive Options, New, OK, and then Next. Please wait while your computer copies files. Now type in a username. You may type a password if you wish. Type in your product key. This may be located on your disk packaging or in a purchase confirmation email. Use recommended settings, change your time zone if necessary, and then choose your network type. Your computer will set everything up for you and log you in. You have now built and installed your first computer.